So hey there everybody, as always, welcome to the channel and thanks for stopping in and hanging out for a few. My name is Rich. I'm the channel host and normally we're talking about building our small drone businesses, small or medium, whatever. We talk about the equipment that we use, we talk about the back end equipment that we use, what we're flying, what we're editing with, those types of things. And so we try to usually keep it pretty casual, and today I'm recording in an even more casual manner. I've got my iPhone 12 sitting up here with a little Loom Cube here and a little Loom Cube over here, just testing out some different ideas that I've been learning from other YouTubers. As a matter of fact, just to let you know, I do actually take other YouTubers' courses. When I find a good course that I'm looking for to learn on, not only do I, watch the free videos, but if we've got folks out there with pay for classes, I buy those as well. One of the big things is I like to support the overall YouTube community and all the different tech channels out there. So let's kick back. Let's talk about what went on yesterday, and also let me check the clock here. All right, it's 8:48 because I'm trying to keep everything under 15 minutes for folks lately. So we have our next project coming up. We've known about this project for a while. It's going to be the overall finished project is going to be about 630 acres, and they're going to be taking this in phases. Well, 2 days ago, or it shouldn't be days, but 2 days ago in the evening, checked my email before we were getting ready to wrap up for the day. It was like 7:30, 7:40 and one of my regular clients got in touch and said that they're moving forward on part of this large project and could I get out there and get some footage for them. But there were some very specific things that they were looking for that of course I needed to get out of them in a very limited amount of time. Giving me a day and a half to start planning for this is not great. Um, and the plans are going to change. So I already know the plans are going to change because we actually talked about that while we were in the field yesterday. So we did our flights yesterday. We did video, we did 360s, and we did still image setups. We didn't do anything with the ortho mosaics yet. It's too early for that, so we'll be planning that later. So one of the things, let me take a look over here. So my contact was less than 48 hours. I've got some little show notes for me. Um, the contact had some really poorly defined requirements, so they weren't certain of what they were looking for. They're trying to use these images and videos as a selling point to potential investors, and that's what they do with a lot of the work that we do for them is they actually use our stuff for their presentations. All right, it's a rush job, so not happy with that. Because it's a rush job, I'm billing an extra hour for some of the back and forth. And everything that I'm billing, we bill hourly. So we don't do day rates. Why don't I do a day rate? Well, here, let me put it to you this way. Ready? My day rate is $800. Okay, so that's for a full day, 8 hours. So that's $100 an hour. Oh, look, it worked out to be a day rate from hourly. The thing is with hourly, it's much more flexible for me because I can add and subtract line items as the client requests it, and that adjusts their final bill for each of our site visits. I have been burned before, you know, doing a project price and doing a day rate, where the customers afterwards say, you're really good at this. Couldn't you just give us another hour, more work for the same day rate that you gave us? You're kind of stuck because you don't want to bother your clients. They're good clients, they're regular clients. But suddenly it puts you in a position of maybe having to give away free work, which we're not going to do. When we drive out to the client site, we're billing. When we drive back from the client site, we're billing. When we're on the phone with them talking about their plans, we're billing. So everything that we're doing and interacting with them is billable, and it's billable at an hourly rate. So this one, $175 an hour, and they knew that right up front because we've been doing that with another project for them as well. So there you go. I need that flexibility, and a day rate or a project price isn't going to do that for me, and I will get burnt. Let me see here. So I just had my note that I need flexibility. After the initial conversation with them, I got up first thing the next morning because I wasn't going to look into it that night, just as, we're packing up, having our wind down for the day. By the way, you don't have to jump on the project when the client calls you at 8 o'clock at night or something, unless you let them know, hey, it's double time now. All right. One of the things we found when we got the final maps, because we haven't seen these final maps yet ever, first time, new to us, the entire area that we're going to be working in has a 50-foot AGL. Okay, so every the to the north of it 300 feet, to the south of it 400 feet, the brick that we're in 50. So this is going to tell you right away there's going to be challenges. If we do need to do orthomosaic models, if we do need to do 3D models, we're going to need some waivers. We're going to need to put in requests through the Lance system, and we're going to have to put in some longer term requests as this project starts up. So I did let the client know, hey, we're working in a really tight area. We're going to try to deliver what we can for you. And we did that yesterday. We did a great job of that, as a matter of fact. So I'm very excited about it and proud of what we did with a weird situation. So once again, these are really good clients of ours, so we can put up with a little. But if you are new to this, do not get taken advantage of. Clearly define your project. I Everyone gets all worried about pricing first. I want to know what's in the project. Then I'll figure out how to bill you. But if you do not clearly define the project, you're going to get a bunch of gotchas. You're going to get a bunch of things from the client. Oh, well, I thought that was included with that project price. No, 175 an hour, even for this conversation, you're getting 175 an hour. Um, we discovered through our conversations that the client wanted stills and video, once again, 50-foot AGL, with big rising and falling areas. The drive-in was harrowing. Single lane road, huge drop off, bulldozers in the way, bucket loaders in the way. And we rode up with the client because he knows the roads and we don't. So that worked out well. But they wanted stills and video. We did talk them into 360s as well because I think they can be representative. Nothing massive is happening on this property yet, but there are markers out there everywhere, and they want to see where their markers are at, and see that things are happening for their investors. So they wanted some video of the markers, and I said, let's do some 360s of the markers as well, because those 360s can also drop off little pinpoints on Kula, which is what we use for displaying 360 models. But on Kula, it will actually put the pegs of where you shot each of those, which is great because this is going to show the investors exactly, the area that they are looking at. So they'll get to see all those markers out there. They'll get to move around in that space. And they also want to see that in video as well. So that's what I've been spending my morning working on, is just getting all the video lined up. All right, I don't want to overrun here, so let's see here. No orthomosaics, as I said, that's going to come later. That'll be priced later. And let's see, flight day yesterday, we rode up with one of the developers. The roads, I'm talking huge drop-offs. I've been a rock climber and backpacker for years, but I was uncomfortable riding up this road because it really was just wide enough to get the truck in there. So, and then the one other issue that came up with us, so a little bit of extra billing. Some of the developers and investors went out for a ride on the property in the 4x4 Gators and didn't let us know when they were coming back. Fortunately, um, that just means more billable hours because we were waiting another half an hour for someone to show up to bring us back down the mountain. And so overall, great day. We've got a lot started, but now I need to go back and build true line items that we'll bill for. So we go through and, one item is orthomosaic, another item is 360s, another item is 3D imaging, or the 3D models, still imaging, before and afters. All of these things are going into it. All of them are line items, and depending on the size of the place and how much time we're shooting, that's how we're going to be billing. And let me tell you, the full-sized project here is about 630 acres. I blocked it out in QGIS to take a look, And these will be different phases, but this is going to be a very long, ongoing process. And basically, I'd say yesterday was us putting our stake in the sand and saying we're now starting on this project. So we're going to get all this data out to them today. We're going to get presentations out to them today. And then we'll have a discussion with them about how often we want to go up there. I'm still not able to drive yet after the stuff that went wrong with my hernia. So Jody's driving us around. She doesn't like driving the Titan. So we're going to need to think about how we're getting up into this lot. So that's going to be the next thing, another part of our planning as well. All right, everyone, wanted to let you know what's happening, what we've started into, and also I did want to give you, I've had a lot of people asking about price. I did one video recently, but I've still gotten questions from people. But bottom line for us, we bill hourly. I'm not going to do a day rate because, like I said, I've been burned on that. Just give me a little extra, please. And I'm not doing project pricing, because it's I can't slap a generic $5.99 sticker on these things. Every one of these things is unique. Every flight, every client, every billable situation is unique with the types of clients that I'm working with. Now, if you're doing real estate photography and things like that, absolutely, I get you. Um, you know, Day rates and project pricing might just work. But when you're getting into something like this, I want all of my line items. That way, I know exactly what I have. And if they need to add something, I add the line item in. If they need to subtract something for this week, I remove the line item. It's that easy. So that's why we do the hourly pricing. All right, everybody, I got to get back to work. We'll see you soon.